James and Will here from FPL Munch. We're 2 weeks into the season, so let's have a little look at how things are going. Ahead of game week 3, we'll talk tips, stats, and we'll squeeze out some laughs like a big, funny lemon. This week's first pick, his last name sounds like a Chinese dog. It's Barkley at 7.7 million. What do you think about Barkley, Will?
I think he's a really good pick. He's had a good start to the season, 10 points in his first game and then 5 last week. And he's playing Stoke at home this week, followed by some really nice little fixtures after the international break.
Yeah, he's on set pieces. He's scored a free kick already, whether he meant it or not. He's potentially on penalties when Lukaku's not playing. So I think if you've got Ross in your team, you're probably barking up the right tree. 16.4% ownership, which is quite high, but I think there's a reason for that. So good pick.
If you do go for Ross, hopefully you won't be like me, because when I banked with Barclays, I ended up thousands of pounds in my overdraft.
Brilliant. Okay, moving on. Next pick is Southampton's Dusan Tadic, 7.4 million. Will, Dusan Tadic, go.
Although Tadic hasn't really got any points so far this season, he looks pretty decent. He's on set pieces, and he's got a home fixture against Sunderland. They'll be taking on Moyes boys, who have been struggling to find the feet so far this year. They're not looking that great, and I think Tadic might be in for some great points. 4.5% ownership is a nice little differential if you're struggling in your mini leagues. He's also suffered a price drop as people have Tadic'd him.
Oh God.
But I think it's a bit too early to be doing that, and you should get him.
Differentials. The first of this week's differentials is Chelsea's Batshuayi at 9 million. Got Burnley at Stamford Bridge. He scored 3 and 2 and didn't even start one of them games. William, what do you think of this Belgian lad?
I think he's looked really decent when he's come on. He's only owned by 2.5% of teams, so he's a good little differential. The only thing to watch out for is he's not really starting, is he? He's behind Costa in the pecking order. Although when he does come on as a sub, he has looked pretty good. Can they keep him on the bench for much longer? That's the question.
Yeah, I think he falls into that pool of players like Iheanacho, players who start on the bench sometimes, but come on and look pretty dangerous. Are they worth having for differentials, those types of players, or is it too risky so they don't start? I don't know, I'm not an expert. Second differential this week, he plays for Hull, he puts the odd ass in Snodgrass, it's Robert Snodgrass. William, what do you think about him? 5.6 million, Man U at home, is he worth a punt?
He is definitely worth a shout. He's looked really good in his first 2 games. He got 10 against Leicester, which no one was expecting Hull to get anything from that game. He got 3 last week, but he looked really dangerous. He had a few chances, and he's on set pieces. And with Hull's limited squad, he's pretty much guaranteed a start as long as he's fit. Do you think he's fit, James?
I think he's looked quite fit so far. I think you've said it all there. I think that's it, mate.
If you're looking for a nice little cheap differential, he could be your man. So after game week 3, all the excitement of the Premier League, all the momentum we've been building, we're going to have a break, aren't we? Whilst the internationals are on. That'll be good. Big Sam Allardyce in his first England games.
Yep, Sam Allardyce avoiding relegation with England. And Joe Hart might get a game. He hasn't had the best couple of weeks, has he?
Will he lose his place? Will he be in the team?
He'll play for England. I think his days are numbered at City, simply because he's good with his hands, but his feet aren't so good. A bit like Oscar Pistorius. So
just before we leave you, we're going to give you our captain pick for the week. We've had a massive debate about this, so who are you going for, James?
Aguero.
Yeah, me too. Right, that's sorted then.
So thanks for watching the first FPL Munch of the season. There'll be more to come. It'll get better than this, so just stick around. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment.
Wait, what are you doing?
We need to get people to generate.
We said we're not doing that. It's cringy.
It's not cringy.
It's embarrassing.
It's an essential thing to...
We talked about we're not doing it.
Shut up.
You shut up.
I fucking started this. Just shut up. It's my
fucking
show.
Off.
Just
no,
shut the